twizzle.
Weeknights, do the twizzle with me.
Everybody, start in doing the twizzle. Everybody, if you're ready to sizzle, you twist a little and you twist a lot. And when you really get hot, that's the twizzle. Twizzle, twizzle.
Weeknights starting at 9/8 Central on MeTV.
Hi, I'm John Malos. Hope you had a great weekend, and you are watching Connect with Me live on Comcast 187 and 43.6 if you have an antenna. Today, on Monday, on the showroom floor, we have two guests in the studio. We're talking about the International Ballet Competition coming to Fresno. No, not right away, but soon, a couple of years. 265-4331 is the phone number to call in if you are so inclined. We're back in a moment. Today it is on the air, off the presses here on Connect with Me, because one man is in the studio that I have a very high respect for, and his name is Marv Harrison. He is formerly known as Flippo the Clown. He started Channel 49, KNXT, a great television station. It's been on the air for now, what, a quarter of a century. But he's not here to specifically talk about that. He is here to talk about something else. The International Ballet Competition that is actually coming to Fresno. Now, there is a hitch. You know, there's always a hitch with these things, right? There's always a hitch in life on something. This thing is not going to be around here in the Central Valley until about 2015. They're trying to raise the money. They're trying to get grant money for this international competition to come to Fresno. If you're into the arts, you're into the ballet scene, this event is for you. You might want to get involved. Of course, the number is 265-4331. Let's go to the videotape and I'll show you a little bit more about what I'm talking about. The ballet, it'll be a 2-week international competition. It will come to town. These will be professional ballet dancers, 100 of them from all over the world. The man spearheading the drive to get them here is Anton Romanov. He is a world-renowned ballet dancer from Russia. He is here performing in the Nutcracker, as you see right there. Let's take a look and a listen. And of course, you just got through watching the video of Anton Romanov, the Russian ballet artist. He is left of your screen right there. And of course, you all know Marv Harrison, right? He started Channel 49. He worked with Al Ratka for many, many years, better known as Flippo the Clown. These two gentlemen right here are in the process of bringing this whole event together. They want to get the grant money. They need your help. The number is 265-4331. Like I said, this thing is not around the corner. It's a couple of years down the road, but it takes time to get the money, to get the competitors. That's what Anton is going to try to do. He is living here in Fresno now. He's off to Russia this summer. He's kind enough to join us here, and you might be kind enough to call in at 265-4331 and ask about this ballet competition. You've got international ballet artists that will be coming to this 2-week event in 2015. Marv Harrison is here. Anton is here. We're back with our show in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer. the first pulsator agitator washer. And now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
You know, believe it or not, I've been in broadcasting for, gosh, I hate to say this, since 1973. I started actually as a 5-year-old kid. Not really, but I was in high school. But I just want to say this, because, and I'm not saying it just because he's here, but I've been in broadcasting a long time, met a lot of people with a lot of gigantic egos, and Marv Harrison is one guy that does not have an ego. I highly respect him, probably more than anybody I've ever met in broadcasting. Marv, good to see you. How are you?
John, I'm very well. Thank you for the wonderful words.
Hey, well, you are an incredible gentleman. You started Channel 49, Flippo the Clown. And Anton, good to see you.
Good morning.
Welcome to America.
Oh, thank you.
So this International Ballet Competition, Marv, let's start with you.
Okay.
How did you two hook up, and why the ballet competition?
Well, Anton and I met through ballet thing. Anton is teaching actually here in Fresno right at the moment. And this has been a dream that he's had for a long time. Actually, Anton has participated in some of these competitions around the world. And so we were talking one day, and he said, you know, it would be just such a great cultural event if we could do this for Fresno. And I said, are you kidding? He said, no. I said, but this is going to take a gigantic organization to do this. So we started about 3 years ago to get our nonprofit status, you know, because you have to have that if you're out after grant monies and this type of thing.
That's a 501c3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that took quite a while because there's such a backlog, you know, with the government and doing that. So we finally have that. We have applied for some grants, and now our whole thing is to really let people know who we are, what we're about, and what we're trying to do. We do think that this will be, you know, and the whole thing is always, you know, you've got your fingers crossed. If you can raise the money, then we can do it. If you've got the money, you can do anything. But Anton is the artistic director, and I just happen to be, I'm just chairman of the board of directors at the moment. And so
you're in charge of kind of getting the money. You're the money guy.
Well,
kind of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in simplistic terms.
Actually, that's true.
That's true. So you're the
till I can find some other sucker to do
that. That's a hard. You know, it's very difficult to go out with your hands sticking out. I need money. I need money. You know, I couldn't do it, but you know. So you're the artistic director, which means what? What does that specifically mean? What's your job title?
Basically, what I'm doing, I'm bringing people here. All the teachers, all the coaches.
Because of your contacts, right?
Right, yes. Okay. And obviously, like Ala, I know her for a long time. We're very good friends. So, and...
let me stop you right there, just so because our audience may not be familiar with the Russian ballet. Okay, he is talking about Alla Ospenko, and we have some videotape of her. And so talk a little bit about her. She's a world-renowned ballerina in Russia, and she's now 80 years old and coaching, and this event is kind of named after her. And there is Alla right there, some old video that we're looking at behind us here in the monitor, and there she is up there. So Alla is still coaching, right?
Yes, she is working in the theater, and she is coaching principal dancers.
Okay.
She is working with them. And
where in Russia is she?
In St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, okay.
Right.
And she's been, what, a ballerina all of her life?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
She finished Vaganova Ballet School, and then she was accepted to the Kirov Ballet. And she was principal dancer there.
Beautiful. I don't know what year this was, but she's just gorgeous.
It's 70s.
Okay.
She's basically danced all her life with Baryshnikov and Nureyev before they defected. And actually she has a lot of trouble because they defect.
Let's try to interject her into this international competition. Now this will be called, what, the Alla Ospenko International Competition in Fresno, but what's her direct involvement to this event?
We just take her name. I thought that it will be good to get her name. And I asked her permission. We talked with her. She asked me, why me? Why you don't want to take? I said, well, first of all, people have to know already who you are in another side of the world as well. Because we have Makarova competition and we have another competitions, you know, but nobody did anything for her. So I thought it will be good.
She also, I might interject too, John, that she's also a film star in Russia. Besides being a ballerina and a coach, she is also a film star in Russia.
Very talented young lady at the age of 80.
Exactly, right.
She actually did her last movie 2 years ago.
She did?
Yes.
At the age of 78?
Yes.
Okay, all right. When did she retire from ballet dancing?
Oh, a long time ago.
A long time ago, okay. But she's a coach now, and
yes.
she teaches.
Yes.
And, you know, there's no one that probably knows this better than her, I would assume.
Yes, I mean, yeah, she's working with the, all major stars in St. Petersburg, who is actually on the stage right now.
So
and,
is this the equivalent of, say, a star in this country like Joe Montana in football, or
yes.
Colin Kaepernick for the 49ers? Is it equivalent to that?
Yeah, exactly. Because of her reputation and because she's been in the business, you know, so long, and because this is international in nature. So when
she's kind of the Babe Ruth of the Babe Ruth of ballet in Russia. Is that? I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
It's same level as Makarova.
Okay.
They are friends as well.
Right.
Makarova actually a little bit younger than, you know.
Right.
But
she's that big a star in Russia.
She is. Well, yes, actually she is, and you know, and really throughout the world too. So, and of course, our competition is going to be open to, you know, just 100 professional dancers.
From not only from Russia, but from
everywhere,
all
over the world.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other thing is the other part of this, the other component about this is that we will be bringing in as the jury or the judges some of the finest dancers and also, you know, coaches and people who head up some of the finest ballet companies in the world.
Right.
And then they will also be giving master classes. So students here will be able to take for 2 weeks master classes from the top people in the world. I mean,
the top directors, the top
the
choreographers, whatever. Yeah,
the whole thing. So this is something that is going to be, you know, this is something that we really want to do for the community. So it's kind of a big package. It takes 2 weeks for the whole thing to, you know, to transpire, and this is the thing I think that is really, really exciting. So that the local people can be involved with it, you know, as well. So.
Well, you know, I just want to say, when I was about 5 or 6, I used to be able to move like that. Now my body is as brittle as this table. I can't even lift my 9-year-old daughter above my head, let alone a grown lady. Anyway, we are back with more of Connect with Me. It takes a very special person to do that. 265-4331 is the number if you want to call in and ask any questions about the International Ballet Competition coming to Fresno in 2015. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss the rest of our show. Back in a moment.
Don't you ever hit me again!
I think we got a hit on our hands.
MeTV Fresno, now on Comcast Channel 187.
The International Ballet Competition coming to Fresno in a couple of years, 2015, will get a lot of publicity. I'll bet you it'll be in the paper. Rick Bentley will probably write a column about it. It'll be on all the TV stations, including maybe PBS. Who knows? Is that right, Marv? I mean, you're trying to get a lot of publicity. I mean, our segment today is on the air, off the presses, but you're trying to generate a lot of publicity about this, right?
Well, that's the whole thing, you know, because we're a startup organization. And you know, John, with any startup organization, it's really difficult. I mean, you know, they say, you're what? You're who? You're going to do what?
Us here at Connect with Me? I know.
I should explain also too.
Yeah.
You were talking about egos, you know, before, and here's a young man that doesn't have much of an ego either. He started at the age of 10, training with training in Moscow with the Bolshoi Ballet, and and that's, you know, the cream of the cream type thing. So,
right. And I do want to mention, if there's anybody calling in, the Bolshoi Ballet had a little bit of controversy recently, right? Because there was somebody who threw some acid in somebody else's face. There's a trial going on right now, and I know you don't really want to touch on that too much, do you?
No.
No. But everything is, I mean, the ballet in Russia is still going on, though, right? They're still dancing.
Yes, it always will be, and nobody stop.
Yeah.
It's just have to go.
Yeah. I mean, that was one incident, and the trial is ongoing, but that's not stopping the ballet dancers from continuing their mission. Is that correct?
Yes, because the company, it's the biggest company in the world. It's 300 dancers in the company.
How old is that ballet company?
It's
the Bolshoi Ballet.
It's over 265 years that the building exists.
My goodness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
so
why
a couple of 2 centuries.
Yeah. Now, what makes you think, and you too, Marv, you can answer this, that there's a hunger, that there is a thirst for ballet in the city of Fresno? I mean, we're not exactly a major metropolitan market like San Francisco or Los Angeles or Chicago or New York. What makes you think it's going to go here?
Well, here's the thing.
Is that a fair question?
Yeah, no, it's a very fair question. In fact, a lot of people have said, well, why don't you do this in San Francisco? Why don't you do it in Los Angeles? And Anton comes back, no, this is a home.
Why?
I want to do it here.
Why?
You know,
Why Fresno?
Because I'm living here. It's my community.
Okay.
Why I have to go to San Francisco?
But what makes you think that other people want it? What makes you believe that people have a hunger for it?
Well, like Marv said, you know, I'm teaching here and I'm coaching. And
at Fresno State?
No.
No.
It's Northwest Ballet School.
Northwest Ballet School,
yes.
Okay.
We have our performances, and actually all our performances going with the professional companies. We bring company here. Yukari, actually, she's the director. She brings the company, and we're working. We have performances with the professional companies. So it's very good that actually, you know, the kids see professional things, not just as a school doing itself something. So, and we have people coming. They are interested.
How many people are coming? How many people are interested in ballet in Fresno, in your opinion?
A lot. I think, you know, we don't, I mean,
See, people in Russia, I mean, you have to understand out there, people in Russia have this vision of ballet, the same vision that we have when we think of football or baseball or golf or
it's
tennis.
Part of the culture.
It's part of the culture of Russia and has been for hundreds of years.
Right.
Isn't that right?
Yes. Yes, but people here as well, you know, they ask me, they ask us, what is next, what you will do, you know.
But it hasn't been a part of our culture for that long, and so I'm wondering.
I don't know. I know a lot of people, even when we don't have some events here, they're going to San Francisco or LA.
Right.
So I mean, I think people know. I mean, you know, and they follow, and they want. I think they interested in that.
Right.
And Marv, where would this take place? Save Mart Center, Selden Arena?
No, we would probably do it in a smaller venue. So maybe something like the Warner's Theater, something like that.
Oh, that would be nice. The acoustics there are
and it's a
good
beautiful
for it.
stage. It's a beautiful place. And at the very end, we'll have a gala at the end, and we'll bring in some stars from, from Southern California that will be there, and we'll do the red carpet bit, the whole thing. So. Actually, this is going to be something interesting, I think, for people that maybe have only seen ballet on television, or maybe they've been to one performance or something like that. They'll have 2 weeks to say, hey, why don't we go down there and take a look and see what they're doing? And we have to say, you got to be very honest. The arts are always a hard sale. Whether it's the opera,
why do you think
whether
that is? Why?
Who knows? I don't know.
It's an important part of our culture.
It is very, very much so. And you don't want to see those things die. I mean, you don't want to just see them drift away. So this is why I think that this is going to be very important for the community. There's only one other international competition held in the United States, and that's in Jackson, Mississippi. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It's been there for a long time.
And
so,
ours will be the second.
Yeah. So we feel that for the West Coast, you know, I mean, people will be coming from Los Angeles, from San Francisco, from all over the San Joaquin Valley, you know, really to participate in this. Right. At least that's our hope and our belief.
Okay, we're talking with Anton Romanov from Russia. He is a Russian ballet artist, and of course we're talking with the one and only Marv Harrison here of Fresno. You all know him. 265-4331 is the number if you want to call in. Only a few more minutes left, and we're back in just a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brands reliable advice place. The Whirlpool Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. Check this out. Right now, get huge savings on select Whirlpool appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
And we're back. We're talking with Marv Harrison about this International Ballet Competition. He wants to bring it here in 2015. And working alongside him, of course, is Anton Romanov, a ballet artist in from Russia. He now lives here in the city of Fresno teaching ballet. And so we do have more video that we want to show you. And I know people are always familiar with the Nutcracker, especially during the holidays. Right. You know, we've all seen it, maybe been to it one time. Let's take a look at a piece of videotape from the Nutcracker as we take a look at here. And so, Anton, maybe you can explain, once the international competition comes to Fresno, what will be different about that from what we're seeing up there on the screen now? Well, how much different will it be?
It's going to be individual.
Okay.
Things, and then there will be pairs also.
Right.
So not a full company like what you're seeing, I think, right now.
Right.
What you're seeing Anton dancing in this production right now.
It's a little bit different, you know. It's not performance. They come in to compete. You know, we have a program.
So there's a difference between a performance in ballet and a competition.
Right.
And the difference is what, basically?
Because we have rules as well and regulations that you have to follow. It's same
international rules, right?
Every competition has their rules that you have to follow. When you go into, you know, like any sportsman when they go into Olympics. So for us, that's
like an Olympic competition, basically.
Yes, for us
is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. What you're looking at here is basically a performance.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
In the theater, they compete because we have. I mean, they have prizes, first, second, and third prize. Yeah. You know, and everything. It's a little bit different. It's more tense.
Let's hope the competition is fierce, but you know, not as fierce as what we saw in Russia here recently.
Right.
Okay. All right. Good afternoon, or good morning, I should say. You're on Connect with me. It's not afternoon yet. What's your question?
I heard Marv say that it's going to be a 2-week thing. This is going to be great for the Valley, and it's going to be great for the dance community in the Valley, which is sorely unrepresented on the state and national stages. Marv says 2 weeks, so this is going to be multiple venues. You're going to spread it around town, Marv?
Actually, no. It will be. That's why we can only take 100 dancers, and so the way that it is. How do I want to say? Maybe Anton can answer that a little bit better.
It will be in the theater during 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It will be in one place.
In one place.
But it will be every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the classes also will be held every day as well. So, but people will be able to come like in the evening, or possibly during the day too, and see the competition depending on the hours that it is going to be held. So. Yeah, we want to try and do everything logistically. It's it can be a nightmare. So we want to do everything in one place as much as possible.
Here's a good question for you, and I know you can't comment on what happened in Russia with the incident, but this is I'm like a novice when it comes to ballet. I really don't know that much about it, and so because I was born here, I'm not into the ballet or the arts. Although I think it's great for our kids, great for our community. I want to see this here. But do you think what happened in Russia maybe has put a little bit of a black eye on ballet around the world, including here?
I don't think so.
Let's hope not, right?
No, it's not. It's you know, it's just inside thing of you know, the people who I don't know who is you know, involved in that and whatever. So they still discussed about that, and it's a lot of controversy. So.
Yeah, there's so much controversy, and sometimes when one incident happens like this, it's an isolated incident. Sometimes it can put a black eye on everyone involved, you know, with one incident like that. And so, what are your thoughts about it, Marv?
Well, I don't know. You know, you could look at the reverse of that too. Somebody said, you know, I mean, any publicity is good publicity. You know, and all of a sudden say, oh yeah, hell, I forgot all about that place. You know, but because I remember being in Moscow, and I had the privilege of seeing Swan Lake. Of course, I had to look straight down because the seats that we had were up there, and they gave you oxygen masks, you know, as you. But Anton assures me that the building has been redone. But
right.
That's what we could afford when we went to see it. So
another call here on Connect with Me. Good morning. You're on the program. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great this morning. How about yourself?
I'm having a hog and slop.
What's your question today?
Well, it's not really a question, sir. Just a statement for the teacher there. Здравствуй, товарищ.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know that ballet is not.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Ballet is a good thing to watch, just like that. But we are Army Rangers, and we go through what's called close combat, aka hand-to-hand combat. And so, believe it or not, a few of us, you know, we wanted to better ourselves, you know, to maintain stability. So we went out, you know, for about 2 or 3 weeks, okay, and actually took some ballet classes.
Oh.
And it actually does help. I mean, yeah, because, you know, bend right, bend properly, okay, even though there's like spinning dancing, but it does help.
Well, listen, you can't be a wimp and be in the ballet. I mean, let's face it, you've got to be a great athlete. And there have been some professional athletes in this country, football players, basketball players, I know, even some ice hockey players that have actually taken ballet to get in shape for their season, to limber their body.
Yeah.
So he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know, Army Ranger taking ballet to get in shape, hey, more power to you.
Yeah, and it does help, and believe it or not, okay, it's a very valuable asset and a very appreciative field of endeavor.
Right.
You know, to benefit yourself, okay, if you should have to come upon that, you know, in order to utilize close combat here in the streets of America or on the field of battle.
Absolutely. Hey, we appreciate your phone call. Thank you for calling in. Talk to you again soon. Hey, let's roll a videotape one more time. We got one more piece of videotape. Hey, 20 seconds. I want to take a look at some ballet. You know, we've got a couple of minutes left here. So it's going to take, what, a couple of $1 million maybe?
Yeah.
To get this thing off the ground?
Yes, yeah, it will. And the thing is, the other thing is it's going to take a great number of volunteer people to help us do this. So we're going to need a lot of volunteers.
We can try to help.
Yeah. Oh, listen, I appreciate that, and that's one reason that we're here, and we appreciate your help on that, John. Yeah, we will need a lot of people because we'll have an awful lot of people coming to Fresno.
Right.
You know, I mean, not only the competitors and all of the judges and all of the other people that have to come along with it too. So it is really it takes a big organization to really be able to pull it off, and we want to do it right or not at all. I mean, it has to be done right. Has to be done right the first time.
He's an amazing guy. He continues to contribute to our community. I mean, he started many years ago.
Don't say how long ago.
All right, I won't. I'll stop there. I'll stop there. But I mean, you continue the contribution to Fresno and the Central Valley. Congratulations,
Thank
Marv.
you, John. Thank you.
You do such a great job.
Thank you very much.
You're a jewel, I'll tell you what. Anton, good to see you and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you very much, and come back again, huh?
We shall.
Give us a progress report here in maybe a few months and see how we're doing. All right, that's going to do it for us. Marv Harrison, Anton Romanov from Russia. We're back tomorrow. Hey, it's travel season. We'll give you some travel tips on where to go this coming summer. Back tomorrow. Have a great day.
Look at that. Isn't that a great layout? You son of a gun.
This campaign is no good.
No good!
Darren and Larry, the original Mad Men on Bewitched.